So the processor just sits in there nice and easily. I'm going to go ahead and put this top back on. This little plastic cover, this goes away. They want you to install the processor first and then remove and keep this cover. That's to protect your motherboard should you need to do anything else with this. So we're going to go ahead and just put this metal cover back on. And this little lever here, just go ahead and snap that back down, and that's it. Your processor is set and it's ready to start computing once we put the rest of the system together. I think what I'll do right now, one of the easiest things to do is the RAM. So in the case here, we got 16 gigs of Vengeance from Corsair, DDR3 memory. I like to use these at least in pairs. You get the memory interleaving and all of that extra benefit. So you notice that the motherboard has 2 different colors. I got actually 4 in this case, so I can have 2 banks for optimum speed. I'm going to go ahead and take this RAM out. I think that this RAM is great. It looks awesome. Of course, it needs to perform. So all of that extra cooling on top is what this fancy blue stuff in these fins are for. So I'll go ahead and take these out one by one. Got to be very careful with RAM as well. It's not as fragile as it used to be in the old days, but you still have to be statically safe. So I'm just going to grab it by the little heat sinks there. This actually weighs quite a lot for a little piece of RAM. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go across and do 4 from left to right. If I was only doing 2, I do just the black. If I was only doing, I could do just the black or just the blue. But since I'm doing 4, I'm going to pull down these little white slots all the way until they just stop. Don't want to force it. You'll hear it where it kind of clicks. And then the RAM will only go in one way, so make sure you put it in that way. Just go straight down through the little guides right by the little white tabs. Make sure that you're lined up. Now all you have to do is push down on the top. You should hear a click. There's one side, and then there's that side. You don't want to push too hard. Might not be going in properly. Of course, you don't want to crack your motherboard, even if you don't notice it right away. Motherboards with issues will give you random problems sometimes, which is worse than just not working because you're never able to pinpoint it. So push that down, make sure it's there. I've got 2 in, 2 to go. Go ahead and put in the other RAM. Real easy. All the same way. Straight down. Actually, what's a little bit easier is to push down on the edges here. Click, click. Nice and easy, but firmly. And then here's the last 2, or last 1 RAM module. Click, click. So right now, I got my processor and the memory. So we got brains and the ability to have some retention, short term, of course. We'll put in the long-term hard drive storage soon. So we've got the basics in there. I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and do the cooling. So I'm going to get my cooler and I'll be in the next step.